Greetings everyone, and welcome to my little garden. Today's video signifies an important moment for my channel. After 2 years in the making, my channel has finally hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone. Obviously, there is no way I could have done this on my own, since this is an achievement that resulted from the relationship I have with the community I've become a part of. We are gonna be doing a Q&A video, which I now realize is incredibly self-indulgent now that I'm sitting in front of the mic like this, but no matter, let's do this. So, first up, Azure2021 asks, what's your favorite Digimon season? Well, I am way more basic than I care to admit, and as such, I would have to say that my favorite Digimon season was the very first one. Digimon Adventure 1999 Season 1, that's my favorite. It is so good. I mean, that isn't to say that I hate the other seasons. As a matter of fact, I really like all the other seasons, but I'd have to say that Season 1 is the one that I would willingly binge watch over and over again. I mean, Season 3, Digimon Tamers, is such a close second place for me as well, so there is that. But yeah, to answer your question, Digimon Season 1, 1999, that has to be my favorite Digimon season. Next up, looks like I have a handful of questions by Kenzie, aka Commander Spubbington, so let's go through them one at a time, shall we? His first question is, will you ever do a playthrough of Digimon World Dawn or Dusk for your channel? And the answer is, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm really sorry about that. The fact of the matter is, Dawn and Dusk is a game that is not anywhere near my priority list. Like, it's not even in the same galaxy. I mean, that being said, never say never, I guess. Like, it could become the subject of a video idea way down the line, but as to how that is supposed to manifest and if I will do it at all, I have no idea. But for now, way back in the back burner. Sorry, it's not the answer that you wanted to hear, but that is the answer. Next question is, what is your favorite Sonic the Hedgehog character? Cream the Rabbit. She's one of those cute anthropomorphic animal designs that manages to stay cute without coming across as annoying or weirdly sexualized, and I just love her. She's so precious and such a darling, and I just want to protect her. Kenzie's next question is, what's your favorite Greymon? It's War Greymon. Like I said, I'm pretty basic. Next is, what's your favorite Digimon game? Cyber Sleuth and Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, or just Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition. That's pretty obvious, that's not surprising. What's your favorite Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory character? Oh gosh, man, the Cyber Sleuth games have such a good cast, don't they? I'm gonna have to go with Yuko. Kamishiro Yuko. She's my personal favorite, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should do like a top 10 video for Cyber Sleuth characters. Huh, that's a pretty good idea, I think, and I will have to once again summon the collective knowledge of the Cyber Sleuth community to help me out with that one. Anyways, those are all the questions that Commander Spubbington has. Let's move on. DCG asks, are there other card games you'd like to play or try? Nope. I mean, at least for the moment, not right now. Definitely not right now. As far as the foreseeable future goes, I will only be playing the Digimon card game. That's it. I don't think I want to try anything else in the meantime. Okay, next up I have a couple of questions from Burning Chill. So again, let's go through this one at a time. First question is, will Digimon Survive get a silent playthrough or one with your voice? Okay, I'm gonna be honest here, I'm not entirely sure if Digimon Survive will be getting a playthrough from me at all. Now, that isn't to say that I won't be covering the game. I know for a fact that I will be able to squeeze so much content out of Digimon Survive. I will be doing guides and analytic videos based on Digimon Survive for sure, but as far as a playthrough goes, I'm not certain if that's going to actually happen. Like, it's kind of a miracle that this channel has a complete playthrough of the Digimon Adventure PSP game, and as far as the Cyber Sleuth playthrough goes, it is like borderline abandoned at this point. I will finish it for sure, but like I'm gonna have to sift through so much other content before I can make it to that point. But no matter what, I will be covering Digimon Survive for sure. Okay, next question by Burning Chill. Do you want to collab with other YouTubers? And if so, with who or which kind of YouTubers? Yes, 1000% yes. I definitely want to do collaborations with other content creators, specifically the other Digitubers of YouTube. I mean, they already love Digimon and I love Digimon, so of course I would love to do something together with them. I am hoping that I could do something together with Based Digimon. He is just such a hilarious and lovely individual in general. I am definitely looking forward to doing something with him, hopefully. Based Digimon, if you're watching this, I have schemes and I definitely want you to be part of it. Alright, let's see. 02 Omega asks, when are you doing a Digimon themed Smash or Pass? I will be doing no such thing. But that being said, never say never, I guess. I mean, I've already created a top 10 most attractive Digimon video, and I think that is enough Digimon thirst coming from my channel. Okay, next it looks like we have a handful of questions from Matt, and his first question is, status barrier or restore? Personally, I definitely find myself using restore way more often. But that's just me. I do know that status barrier is more preventative and restore is more reactionary, and both are really good. Matt's next question is, what's the best way to get into the Digimon card game? Ooh, that is a loaded question, but I'm gonna try my best. I think you should definitely consider first downloading the tutorial app. The app does a really good job of teaching you the fundamentals, and if you liked what you learned and you're ready to actually spend real money into the game, next step would probably be to get yourself a starter deck, because it gives you just enough to play the game competently and also fully experience it as intended. From there, the possibilities become vast and severe, but as long as you at least go through the tutorial app and then perhaps invest on a starter deck, that would be, I say, the safest way and potentially the best way to get into the Digimon card game. Next question is, what was the first Digimon game you've ever played? Okay, so I know this might come as a surprise to some of you, but Cyber Sleuth was actually the very first Digimon game I've ever really played. Ever since then, there was no turning back. Okay, and then last question by Matt is, what is the worst Mega level Digimon in Cyber Sleuth? Okay, I don't actually know the real answer to this because I haven't played every single Mega level Digimon in that game, but I do have a sneaking suspicion that it might just be Ravamon. Next question is by Vagabond, and he asks, what got you into competitive Cyber Sleuth? Ooh, that's a pretty loaded question too, but I'll do my best. Well, I was just playing the Cyber Sleuth games normally, but then I found out that there was an online component to it, and when I found out that the online component was actually competitive, that got me very intrigued. Generally speaking, I really enjoy competitive games. I used to play a lot of competitive Pokemon back in the day, and I am generally enthusiastic about fighting games like Street Fighter and Tekken. So when I found out that there was a competitive aspect for Digimon, of course I wanted to give it a go. The hardest part was actually finding people to play together with, but once I was able to do that, there was, like I said, no more turning back. And the next question is by Raptor Slayer, and he asks, who is your most challenging opponent in Hacker's Memory? Okay, I'm gonna assume that you're asking about actual human players that I fought against and not just Grand Drachmon. Okay, so the answer is actually a three-way tie between you, Raptor Slayer, Afi-san, and Kenzie. Those would be the most challenging people I've ever fought against. And now we are at our final bundle of questions asked by Sento Kanahawk. Their first question is, where does the name Koori Plays come from? Well, it comes from the heart. Okay, so Koori is actually the Japanese word for ice, which is one of my favorite elemental attributes in video games and fiction in general. And this is what the kanji of it looks like. And if that looks familiar, and well, that's because it totally is. And I decided to name my channel Koori Plays because I had intentions of turning this into a gaming channel, therefore I would be playing video games. And so, Koori Plays. That's the origin story. Their next question is, what's the reason behind plant attribute Digimon being your favorite in Cyber Sleuth games? Oh, that's pretty simple actually. It's because Lilymon is my favorite Digimon of all time, and ever since I've encountered her as a child, I've always been fascinated with the idea of flower fairies. And they just turn out to be the plant Digimon of this game, so I use a lot of plant attribute Digimon. And for the final question, what's your thought process when you're trying to draw out the best of whatever Digimon you're building in Cyber Sleuth? Ah, that is an excellent question. Okay, while there are a few exceptions, what it really boils down to is whether or not the Digimon is going to be a physical attacker or a magical user. All I have to do is decide which direction that Digimon is going to take, and then it just goes from there. If it's a physical attacker, then I would definitely be giving it some more general use moves such as coverage moves, and also things like safety guard and chain max, and of course acceleration boost. If I decide that the Digimon is going to use magic more often, then that's when I tend to put healing skills on that Digimon. So things like Final Heal and Final Aura would be found in these Digimon if I was to raise them. Obviously there's a lot more to it than that, but the basics would be whether or not to turn the Digimon as a physical attacker or a magical attacker. Typically not both because it's pretty wasteful to be doing both, but usually just do one or the other. Okay, and those are all the questions that we have so far. This was really fun. Once again, I would like to say thank you to everyone. There is no way this channel could have achieved what it has achieved all by itself without you lovely, lovely people who decided to subscribe to me. So again, thank you so very much. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and train hard, tamers.